Just fart in my face.
Come on, just do it.
Just do it. I wanna. I'm
Advertising his fucking ass, and I don't understand why.
But it's very eclectic.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because I would love to have sex drunk. I think that would be hot.
BFAM, boy. BFAM, brothers from another mother, letting y'all know there ain't no other brothers. Straight a day, don't matter where you from. BFAM, we changing it up. 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 Yeah, BFAM. Crazy, man.
Is it recording right now?
Yeah, it's been recording.
Started recording, but you know, it's gonna be the edited part.
Oh.
Yeah. Hello, people. What's going on? Go.
What's going on, everybody? I am Wesley from Aconnectiontv, and you guys are back for another BFAM video. You guys can introduce yourselves.
Y'all already know it's Jay. How you doing?
What's up? My name is Michael from BFAM. Y'all already know. What's good? What's good?
A lot of you guys have been asking, when are we going to do BFAM? When is it coming back? Do we do it anymore? What's the issue? We actually recorded a video last week, but this young man didn't want to air it because he said it was worthless and that it made no sense for us to put it up. So we didn't post it. But this particular video, I woke up this morning and got some very bad news in regards to one of my peoples. And one of the lines that he said via text was that he's tired of praying. So it made me think about the concept of prayer, the concept of religion, and how we use it when we want to use it and how we use it when we don't want to use it. And then I start to think more in depth about how a lot of us as people use the concept of religion to make ourselves feel better, just for the sake of trying to make ourselves feel better. A lot of us use religion as an escape. And then there are others that really utilizes religion for the benefit of mankind, in more ways than one. Okay, so I wanted to bring up this topic just to have a conscious discussion about it. You know, for me, I am a person that I don't go to church. Okay, and I don't condemn anybody that goes to church or anything like that. I just choose not to. I've been around individuals that stated that religion supports gays, and then I've been around individuals that says that religion does not support gays. So I really don't care one way or the other because I support myself. But I feel that, and this is what I've been around, I feel that being around that world makes me feel somewhat hypocritical, you know. I think the Bible is your own interpretation, but like I said, I've not had the experience of anything positive when it comes to relating religion to sexual orientation. So I choose not to get involved in those type of events or being around those type of individuals when they're preaching the quote-unquote word. And so, yeah, I wanted to give my little opinion about it because I've wanted to do a video like this for the longest, but just never had the real time or platform to do it and have different opinions, you know, about it. So if this video, actually I'm not gonna say if this video, but you guys know the concept of BFAM and Aconnectiontv, the network, is adopting similar connections despite our differences. And although I may feel this way, it doesn't mean that you have to feel my way or Jay's way or Mike's way. And we may not agree on anything. They may not agree with anything that I just said, but we still adopt similar connections despite our differences, and that's the whole concept. Can we have an intelligent discussion about religion without people getting all annoyed and aggravated.
That's
so,
very difficult to do. That's extremely difficult to do. It's highly sensitive.
Right. And I'm sure
I've been there, done that numerous times.
we'll have a lot of individuals with their opinions on this particular video. But if you are easily offended, then click off now. If you're not, and you know about us, and you like us, and you are intrigued by this conversation, then continue to watch and like this video. I guess my first question is, do you guys feel that religion is used to control people?
Religion was made to control people, in my opinion. I mean, some people, I'm not going to lie, it helps them in ways, but in actuality, even if they stepped outside of religion and they just utilize certain forms of information and understanding, they'll be able to come into a certain type of deeper connection within themselves and with their environment. Because at the end of the day, it's about dealing with nature and God's tools and God's gifts. And as long as you know that, that's all you need to utilize in order to flow and maneuver throughout life. You know, I try to approach it just like water. You know, water can become anything. Water can flow with anything. You know, it's constant. You know, and it also is real difficult when trying to deal with people. And you know, you want to be open-minded. You want to accept people for their different views and their different values in life. But some people kind of get like this, like, real obnoxious, supercilious form and way of approaching things when it comes to religions. Like, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm born again, I'm Muslim, and this is how we think. I'm a Buddhist, and this is what I do. I'm a Taoist, and this is what I do. Like, you know, in actuality, we all need to come together. Like, that's honestly how I feel. I mean, if those same people can have their religions and also cater and understand how other people approach things within life, day-to-day struggles and day-to-day triumphs and ups and downs, then I can relate to them better. But ultimately, money surrounds a lot of what we think is so-called God or so-called righteous or so-called upliftment for the people. I mean, when you walk into a church nowadays, you liable to see a restaurant, a daycare center. You got a food court. I done seen that in there. You know, they got their little bookstores. It's like an enterprise. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, the kind of money they getting nowadays, it's ridiculous. Plus, the preacher, he's like a pimp. You know, he's pushing the Bible on you and everything like that. Meanwhile, half the things in the Bible, he's probably not even practicing as he's flowing throughout his day-to-day life. You know, but at the end of the day, I really feel like it affects the females more than anything, because it kind of shakes up the household in many ways too. But I understand, like, you feel like if this person is doing what it is that I feel is in my path, and that's why you with that person, that's cool. But everybody you meet is not going to be on that same wavelength. So you got to be open and understanding, and you got to be willing to accept someone else's experiences and their conditioning, because it's all mental conditioning at that point. You know, because I've been around Christianity and Muslims and Rastafarians since I was like a kid. So I've always taken everything in whole. You know, I never just took one track one way and then just ran with that. No, I like to get fruits from all different trees. You know, I like to get the seeds, everything. You know, but I mean, y'all could take it from there. I'll just add on from that. But
so
it could go even deeper than that. But
well, as far as the control,
yeah,
I feel religion is like a whole separate system. You know what I'm saying, to the system that we live in, because regardless of whatever we do in life, you know what I'm saying, in our jobs or, you know, how we live or worrying about how people think, we're still controlled regardless. But it's a separate system that I feel like, personally, I feel like the Bible, it's the instruction manual. You know what I'm saying? God is the inventor, and we're the invention. And we pretty much just looking at, you know, reading the scriptures and stuff to know how to use, you know, our machine. Because, like, a lot of people feel like, you know, a lot of people have backing away from religion because, you know, because of the lifestyle they live. you know, or maybe they had somebody that died, you know what I'm saying, and they're blaming God for it, like why you had to take that person away, you know, that wasn't fair, and I can't live with a God that just takes things that we care about away. You know, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's just like objects, dishes, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's eventually going to break. You're eventually going to get a new one. Everything dies, you know what I'm saying? But when you read on the word, like I read some scripture, I forgot what chapter. I'm not too good with the, you know, memorizing all that, but I had read something that, you know, a lot of people feel like, you know what I'm saying, oh, if I'm in a lifestyle, you know, I have to be with nothing but good people that are in church and they do this and they believe in. No, it's not about that, because when I was reading in the Bible, Jesus was in a house with the people that deal with the tax and everything, which were considered, they were considered like even people, I guess back then, the tax people from that time, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they had hoes, they had all types of people up in the crib, and Jesus was chilling in the cut. You know what I'm saying? He was chilling in the cut, and it wasn't like he was blazing or he was doing whatever he was doing there. It just shows his mentality, like no matter who it was that he surrounded himself with, he was trying to bring everybody to God. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to have everybody walk that path on some judge-free zone thing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, some people say, oh, I don't know. Listen, it takes a day at a time. Me, I'm not trying to be like the most religious, but I do believe in a higher being. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through a lot of things in my life. I've dreamt about the ending of the world. I had a dream, angel wings popped out, you know, came out of my back, said my name across the skies. A whole bunch of symbolic stuff, you know, that I didn't ask for. It wasn't like I saw a movie that helped me, you know, that kind of created that image in my head to dream about that. You know what I'm saying? I've had my grandmother talk to me through the dream. And she's dead, you know what I mean? So I've seen a lot of things, and there's of course stories. Like there was a story about, I saw somebody emailed it to me. There was this woman, she was walking down an alley by herself or whatever, and there was this rapist, this guy that was around. So, you know, I guess he peeped or whatever, she peeped him, so she kept it moving, but she was nervous and scared, so what she did was she prayed. Okay, boom. So when she prayed, she managed to get to her destination. The guy, he was already being looked for in that area. He got arrested. So then they had him for questioning and stuff. And she said, let me go speak to him for a second. She said, how come you didn't approach me or do anything? Because I seen you on the news and all that. How come you didn't do that? He told her straight up. He said, well, how was I supposed to do any of that with those two big guys right next to you? You know what I'm saying? That means she had some bodyguards, and you know, as guardian angels, you could call them that, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. There's guardian angels, there's, you know, I feel with religion, you could incorporate religion within your lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And not all of us are perfect, you know, some of us still be bumping in the club or whatever. I still do me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna front, like there hasn't been a day that I've been through something and I've been like, God, like, you know what I'm saying? You giving me this situation, expecting me to, because you would never, you know, he would never give you something that you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? And one thing he doesn't do is spoil you either. You know what I'm saying? If it was just that easy, we pray, we get what we want, and that's what it is. But what I've come to notice and what I've come to learn about how he works is that he gives it to you at a time that you need it the most. I can't front on that. Like, I'm a witness to that. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot of things. I almost died, a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes on and on. But, you know, people say, you know, I don't know how to pray. Let me tell you something, the best prayer is just talking to him. There's times I'll be on my way to work and I'll talk to him and I'll be like, look, I don't know how to handle the situation, because in order to get up there, to my understanding from what I've been reading, and you know, you have to get through Jesus first, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like pretty much the gatekeeper of the heavens, you know what I'm saying? You could put it that way. And you know, you gotta get through him first, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of us ain't perfect, you know, but it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? I go to a cool church, you know what I'm saying? I go to a cool church too. They sing, they do plays, they do things that I love to do. And actually auditioned for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna become a part of it. So you know, I'm excited about that. But there's something I want. I just wanted to say one more thing, but it just left. But you know, just take it a day at a time. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You can still do what you want or whatever, but you know, just try to alter things, slowly but surely, man. You don't have to change completely. It's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? You lived a particular lifestyle. You lived in the hood. You did this. You can't just change like that. For some people go all out because they don't have anything to fall back on, and religion has given them some type of you know, a better way of living in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just kept them, you know, pretty much like stable. So you know, if you don't got the army, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got religion. You know what I'm saying? All of it is.
You got you though. You got you.
You got you at the end of the day.
But you gotta have will and discipline. That's
you
really
know,
what it takes. Will and discipline.
Yeah, I think religion was. I think the concept of religion was born to control the masses. The reason why I say that is because you have the simple thought of, you know, well, if I do something bad, then that means I'm going to hell. If I don't do anything bad and I just practice good things and I'm positive to people and I don't do harm to people, then that means that I'm going to heaven. That's the most simplistic way of controlling somebody. When your household or a group around you constantly preaches that to you, then that's control. That's a form of control. There's a lot of different ways that we're directly and indirectly controlled. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think the concept stands for truth in a lot of ways, and then it stands for deception as well. I think that's why we have many different forms of religion. The major consensus between each one, I think for the most part, are pretty much the same. But just for me, I think there's more of a build of hypocrites than there are a build of true believers and people that practice what they preach. That's why I don't choose a religion to wrap myself in. I believe in self-truth and self-belief and self-esteem and my higher power, you know, and how I get through life and dealing with it the way that I want to. And that's pretty much how I feel about it, you know. I just don't understand like how somebody can say, oh, you shouldn't do this and oh, you shouldn't do that, and then they go right out and do it. Like, that concept will never sit well with me. And for a long while, I've realized that a lot of the people that I've been around utilizes church as a pastime to make themselves feel better. Like, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm going to church. Okay, but you was just at a sex party last night, so I'm confused. Like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Oh, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm going to church. Oh, okay, well, you were just involved with a drive-by, you know what I'm saying, where 5 people got murdered. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that the person goes to church and then they come out and everything's fine with that person, or they're good, you know what I'm saying? They don't go to that sex party anymore, or they're not involved in drive-bys anymore. They still do the same thing. So it's like for that, I just don't understand. Like, church has just become such a pastime. It's ridiculous.
I think it's because what happens is they talked about that in the church. The church I go to, there ain't any specific religion. It's open to everybody, whether you straight, gay. It don't matter what religion. I've seen people that are Muslims that's been up in that church. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the church?
It's called Christ Tabernacle. Yeah, on 65th and Myrtle.
I'm gonna edit
but
that
it's a Christian church. Though.
Yeah, just ask what kind of church it is.
Anyway,
because I'm gonna edit that.
No, I mean he didn't have to give me. I meant when I said the name, I meant Baptist Tabernacle, like that.
Yeah,
First Presbyterian.
It's not those type of Christian churches, because you have a lot of Christian churches that, you know, they always trying to convert you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not that type of environment. You go there, all they do is just they pray for you and everything. That's it. They don't tell you, oh, you ever, what are you? Or question you what religion they are. Like, they don't care what you are. Like, as long as you're there, that's all that matters. And we all praising the word of God. You know what I'm saying? And singing and doing what we do. They don't do none of that. That's what I like about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel, I've been to different churches, you know, because people invited me, you know, just to show face and stuff. But another thing with, as far as people, that's the problem with some people, because they feel like if they go to church, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, I'm going to be blessed, you know, whatever it is. You might say a little prayer or two, but it's not, nothing's going to work for you if you don't believe in the word. You see, if you're going and you actually believe in the word and you're not just going there to chill because, you know, you was raised in the environment of going to church or whatever, and that's just your thing to do, you know, kind of like a 9 to 5 type of thing or whatever, and just go to church on a Sunday and cool. But there's actually a difference, and they've talked about that in the church, where people going to church just to go to church. They've been going to church for years, holding their Bible, doing all that. But do you believe in the word?
It's about applying anything that you know.
And it's about that.
Another thing you said earlier though, that was kind of wrong to me though, was you was like you said everything dies. Like true energy, like it never dies. It just gets transferred. Like, okay, when you get deep into it, besides like outside of religion, get more spiritual about it, everything transfers. So it's like when one person passes on, that energy, that soul transfers to another part of life.
But I think another particular...
That's
and then people die over religion too. It's like that outside of controlling the masses, people die like on a constant day-to-day basis because of my belief, and I think my God is better than yours, and I think I deserve this land. You got Palestine and Jerusalem right now battling, like, when is that ever going to end? I mean, ultimately...
But yet they practice the word, right? They practice the quote-unquote word.
But the word has been changed over and over
again.
I'd rather go with my word. Like, you take all in, you take all the expressions, all the understandings, and then you formulate your own word.
Here's one thing that I feel that I have to get across. I just feel that there's something that you said that stands out strong to me. It's like a piercing, like it like pierces through the soul. It's like the concept of if you don't believe in the word, then nothing good will happen for you.
That's not. I didn't get to finish on that.
No, okay, to me that's apply what you practice and what you.
Because that's those are strong words. Those are strong words to say. So I mean, go ahead, finish.
It's not about that. Regardless of what lifestyle we live, he's always going to be there for us. Regardless, he's always going to be there. He doesn't give up on us. So we may not go to church, we may not read the word, he's still going to be there for you regardless. But what I'm saying is that when you, and I'm saying it from experience, like I've gotten a little deeper in the word, you know, just reading it to myself, say a prayer or whatever, but I'm actually believing it and feeling it, and you know what I'm saying, and just zoning out to that. And I've seen a lot of results. Like I have found myself more in peace, you know what I'm saying, than I ever been, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect. I do what I do. Yeah. But, like, slowly but surely, there's a little change that's going on me. You know what I'm saying? I never thought I would audition to sing at church. Not like there's anything wrong with that, but, you know,
no, but look. See,
now, as far as the everything died part, I was just giving a straightforward answer. I mean, I believe in the supernatural. I believe in all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's alien beings from another planet. I believe in a lot of stuff. But what I'm saying is that things come and go. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're born as a baby and you die like kind of like a baby. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just as fragile as you know what I'm saying, a baby.
You go back to a hopeless state, but
yeah, it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? But while you're here, you know what I'm saying, it's good to have a little bit of instruction.
No, but Mike, what you're saying is, you're more talking about a relationship with God. Like, what we're talking about is religion and getting outside of the closed-minded, boxed-in facilities they call church and mosques
at the same time,
synagogues and things of that nature. That's what we're talking about.
But at the same time, you know, it's our opinions.
You know no, but I'm saying,
you know what I mean? So
what I'm trying to tell you, no. What I'm saying is, you're not saying, like, I heard what you said about Jesus, but I mean, at the same time, what you're saying is more like how I feel with how I approach God. It's not like, oh, when I went to church on Sunday, the preacher told me this, that, and this, and now this is how I'm gonna approach my week. Like, that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear you say that. I heard you say how I am when I approach and hear the word. Like, everybody's gonna interpret it differently.
I mean, thank you for correcting that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to just say that I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying.
I know. basically.
But I respect that more, like an individual approach than a mass approach. Like,
you know, I mean,
you get better results because you're dissecting all the unnecessary influences and you're getting directly to the core of you.
I feel you. I'm just telling you how I flow. You know what I'm saying? And it's a step by step. Yeah, it starts with a relationship with God, but it gotta also start with self first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't love somebody if you don't love yourself. And in order to have faith, you gotta have hope. You know what I'm saying? You don't have hope, then there's no faith. You know what I'm saying? So it starts off in the stages. You know what I'm saying?
Hope is religion for people.
You know,
too,
so
that's the thing.
Yeah, and it all boils down to it being a part of what controls us, like what wakes us up, what moves us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that that's a good thing. I don't. I think if internally you have your own independence, that's great. But I don't think that you should allow that to control you in how you're going to get through your day. And I think a lot of us have that false pretense that that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do better for the word. We're trying to do better for our Lord or whatever have you. But you don't need to live your life like that. Or at least I don't feel that you should live your life that way. I think ultimately at the end of the day, if you're not doing any harm to anybody or to yourself, you should be fine with how you get through. Bubble Gothic from Twitter hit us up just a second ago and asked us to talk. He basically said that if we're going to talk about religion, then we need to include witchcraft and Wicca in that conversation also. And
see,
I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that.
See, my thing is ultimately, like,
because he just said he believes in everything.
This is it's so much that entails with this. I mean, really, it's about getting to the point, which is that it truly does control. It has its good effects and its bad, but ultimately, it's not needed. I mean, we need to go straight to the spirit, straight to God. If you got that direct flow in that source, then that's what you need to do. It's not about sitting here listening to somebody tell you and preach to you and recondition your mind and deconstruct your mind. No. You have to free this. Like this, once you free this, you're okay. Then you have to approach it with this. Treat the body like a temple. It's a lot of steps to this. It's difficult, but you gotta know how to do it. You know what I mean? Like he could have his moment or his week where he said he feel open and everything is good, but then he backtrack. You know, that backtrack may make you say, okay, let me pick this Bible up now. But if you would have just keep approaching it day to day and having everything be as free as possible, and also allow yourself to shield the nonsense that comes from a lot of these people's mouths when they're trying to brainwash you with all the constant buffoonery that goes on with behind closed doors and beyond the curtains. But
do you believe in witchcraft?
I mean, all that's another form of energy. Like that's another form of energy. Like that at one point was both good and bad as well. Like that's all another form of energy. Like it's there.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's there.
It's real.
It's constantly embraced.
So the concept of the Ouija board. Do you think that that's real?
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's real. Especially if you believe in it. Like, yeah, it's real.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's real.
Interesting. I've been around a lot of people that said that they've seen, ghosts and don't go into Auntie May's room because she died in that room and her spirit lives there. I've heard a lot of those stories, but then again, I think that boils down to that form of control. You know what I'm saying? You got that bad child that you know that if she does something wrong, you tell her you're going to stick her in Aunt May's room and the ghosts are going to get her.
Of course, with that. Like,
I mean, but it's just that those kind of concepts that drill into the mind. All those movies that we've seen, all the commercials that we've seen. Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity 3 is coming out.
Those movies are laying subliminal messages.
Would you go into a dark room before thinking twice? No, you won't, because society has told us that when you go into a dark room, a dark alley, when you're walking down the streets by yourself, something could happen to you.
Well,
it's all a form of control.
They want us to be afraid of the dark, but the dark is where the truth is at. That's just real. Like dark matter, the unknown. That's where it's at. Dark consciousness. That's when you really.
And at the end of the day, you should just free your mind. Free your mind. Self-thought. Self-taught. Free your mind. Self-thought. Self-taught.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it's so much more that could be said, but this is a sensitive topic because I don't want to come off too barbaric and.
You've already been doing that.
Nah, not really. No. I was light. This was real light. Nah, honestly, this was real light because I done been through so many situations with people and females and how it affects relationships and family and everything else, social status and all that. I've been
It's a
through all
form of
that.
control.
Like it's ridiculous, but like I'm trying to really walk a nice even line right now. Like if they start saying something that open up certain doors, and I'm gonna let it all out. But I'm just trying to be easy right now. Like I'm being real humble about this. Cause
I'm curious to
it's
see
very, very critical. This
what
is
you
a very
guys
critical
feel
subject.
about this
It's a
particular
very
topic.
critical subject.
We touched on some
I'm gonna
concepts.
state what I said as opinion, even though for me and in certain ways it's factual. I was trying to place certain words as sensitively as possible, because I am trying to be mindful of those who really hold dear to their hearts and their minds, and it's created an environment around them that they hold dear to and everything like that. But truth is truth, man, and if it gotta smack you in the face to wake you up, then that's just what it's gonna have to do.
At the end of the day,
swallow
right?
it like a pill, take it like a thrill.
The red one or the blue one? Are we really in Matrix? Anyways, definitely follow us on Twitter, Aconnectiontv, and Western Online on Facebook. And you can follow this brother. Speak your words.
At Manverse Music, you know what I'm saying? You can follow me over there on Twitter. Holla.
A lot of y'all love him, so follow him. All right, Jay, what you gotta say?
Nothing. Just stay free, and be you, not them. And all together we gonna win.
Later. 26 minutes. That's good.